Oh, hi guys. Yes, I know. It's most likely been quite a while for this episode. I've been busy, and I get absorbed doing other things. Here recently, I've been doing Fallout. Oh, I've been playing a lot of Fallout 3. I get absorbed doing that, but I, there's no excuse. Like I said, it's been busy. I said bad. I mean, where are they going with this again? Oh yeah, that's no excuse. It has been a while since the last one. It's been roughly a month, I think. Maybe a little longer. I think a little longer, actually. Um, yeah. I'm gonna try to get into doing them more often here. I mean, I know I say that every single time. But hopefully this time I can actually do it. But anyway. So, as usual, this review of Zach's anime reviews she'll be over Rin. Okay, it's Rin. Daughters of the Mnemosyne. Mnemosyne. So it's RIN colon Daughters of Mnemosyne. I don't know how you say that. Mnemosyne. Anyway, or Mnemosyne colon Mnemosyne no Musume-tachi. That's a mouthful. Anyway, this is a 6-episode series that aired February 4th, 2008 to July 7th, 2008. So it's not that. I mean, here in 2017, it's 9 years old, but it's not too far back. Anyway, for normal people, getting stabbed to death would constitute the end of the road. For Rin Asogi, it's a mere inconvenience. Rin is immortal, a nice perk to have when you're a private detective constantly finding yourself in dangerous situations. Rin has eaten a time fruit, a fruit from the guardian tree Yggdrasil. The Norse tree or whatever, the Norse tree that holds the world, Yggdrasil, something like that. Which, when consumed by a woman, makes her unable to die. Rin's immortality doesn't stop others from trying to kill her, of course. Over her long lifetime, she has been shot at, cut up, maimed, tortured, and suffered countless other violent deaths. But this time is different. The year 1990 sparks the beginning of a series of events in Rin's life that sends her spiraling towards her fate. Someone is hunting down immortal women like Rin, and Rin's life may actually be in danger. Mnemosyne no Musume-tachi spans 65 years in Rin's life, during which she watches those around her get old, while she herself remains unchanged. Higher forces are after her, and Rin must use every means at her disposal, or her next step may just be her last. And it all begins when she goes searching for a lost cat, but finds the amnesiac Koki Mayono instead. Whew. So, based off of that, it's kind of interesting, you gotta admit. And there's nothing else. So yeah, based off the synopsis, it sounds interesting. Like I said, it's 2008 animation. I mean, so it's fairly decent. It is, and it does span. Like I said, she is immortal due to the time fruit thing. Like, it wasn't like she actually ate a time fruit. I don't think. The way they kind of show it, kind of like there's the seeds from Yggdrasil that kind of go down, and they'll occasionally like drift into a woman's body. And when that's how they constitute as eating, and then she becomes like an immortal something. Now, he said that they mentioned this is what happens when a woman eats them. When a man eats them, he becomes some kind of like monster sort of thing. I think they're immortal as well, if I remember correctly. But then they pretty much lose their humanity. It's some kind of like winged bat monster that feed on the immortal women. Like, they will actually freaking eat them and it's like in the like pretty much like the seed or fruit is still like inside them, and they eat and they go and eat the women and they after the seed. And to the women being eaten, it's like a sexually pleasurable experience. I don't know. That's how they portrayed it. The women, the mortal women, they mind these mortal monsters that were men that were, literally being eaten. Like that's pretty much the only way these immortal women die from being eaten by these guys is sexually pleasurable to them. You can't make this shit up. That's the truth. But anyway, that's what happens to the men, and that's pretty much how the men and women interact or the immortals. Because the women are here, they regain their humanity, they just can't die. The men turn into monsters, and they like to eat the women. I mean, there's probably a little bit of symbolism there, like men eating women. You get it? But that's kind of weird. I mean, it's been a bit since I watched this show. I don't remember all the exact details of what it is, the plot, because like I said, the plot spans 65 years, and there's 6 episodes, and each episode after each episode they do it. If I remember correctly, they spend a certain number of years. Like the first episode, 1990, she's doing the regional thing, and ants. It's like 1990. She's like stereotypical like 1990s. She's a private detective, and she's finding a cat, and she somehow stumbles upon the amnesiac, as it said, and the amnesiac is fat. And due to stuff that happens in amnesiac, they find some stuff, and they end the episode. The next episode is future, and that is later in the future. The amnesiac is a lot older. He's married to a girl from the first episode, and they do another thing, and I think he dies at the end of this one, or this next one is 2 parts. He pretty much dies, and then we skip to the next episode after that, which either I think it's number 3. We skip some more years into the future. Pretty much like we've had a social disorder sort of thing. His son is now like probably 20s or 30, like 20s or something, or maybe he's the teens. Like he now has a child. Like he was a kid, he was a baby in episode 2. But and then episode 3, no, episode like I don't know, for like I want to say in the next set of episode series, like it's like far in the future. I think like technology advanced. The son is a really old man, like not really old, but he's an older man. He's probably 50, something like that, and he has a dollar of his own. So like you could like it literally shows you like here's your set. We've progressed like a long way. Like sure, it's 65 years, but the technological advances and they very difficultly like you go from 1990s to like some kind of future where like pretty much like it looks like the economy's falling down, stuff going on. Then we have like a very technological advanced thing. People are able to buy stuff online, have it materialize right there. Very technologically advanced. I don't know. Like I said, like the main plot of this series is actually like each segment is kind of episodic. Like first we have the whole issue, which is the main guy, the amnesiac. Then we have like that he takes up like the first 3 episodes. Like first when you find him, then we do the ones where they're doing somebody who became mortal from the first one. And like, it all ties together, but there's all the same time the same underlying tone theme that just kind of carries on, and you kind of notice now and then that will pop up, but they don't really bring it out until like, hey, this is happening now, and here's everything coming to a climax. Because now that I think about the show, I mean, I'm doing a horrible job of explaining what's exactly going on, but I'm not entirely sure, because like the way this is set up, the episodes it's kind of episodic, kind of, but well, I say episodic, but like 2 or 3 episodes might be together, but at the same time, stuff fits together. There's a kind of underlying there's recurring characters, And then, let me think how this goes. He has three current characters, and it's kind of like there's like a main bad guy. We kind of see he's like, okay, he's the bad guy. Then we skip more into years in the future, like he's kind of still there. I don't know. Like the ending was kind of weird. Like there was some protector of Yggdrasil or something, and the main guy took over, but then Rin took over. I don't quite know. Like I said, it's been a while since I watched the show actually, so I can't even with how that show was. Like I'm not entirely sure. Like I don't even remember. I don't think when I was even watching the show, if I knew exactly what was going on at the very end. Because at the sure, the early episodes were like, okay, we're doing this, we're saving this like early guy, we're going into the laboratory. She gets tortured to death, but she revives. Blah blah blah. We're kind of showing her immortality. Like she literally gets tortured to death, like no joke. Like this show is rated R. I mean, it does contain nudity. Like I said, sexually pleasurable to be eaten. I say that, and there's also her being tortured to death in the first episode. She dies 3 ways. She gets thrown at the end of the episode where the son of the amnesiac is like a young adult or something like that, like a teenager or in his early 20s. She gets at the end of that episode, she gets thrown through the jet engine of a plane and pretty much minced up. And then the next set takes place years later when the son is grown and has a child of his own. Well, he probably wasn't 50s then, but she has revived herself. But it's just like she died. Like they're not afraid to go show some some gruesomeness. Like it's not like full blown like blood and gore. No, they got some point in there which is like, oh, die, motherfucker, dance. But yeah, the show is rated R. Like it's got the violence, it's got some nudity, it's got the sexuality. Like the last episode, like little shit going on. It's like, oh shit! I'm not joking. That was stuff at the end. I think if I remember correctly, was kind of fucked up, and I'm not joking. Anyway, but yeah, I suggest for this going out like watching the trailer or the opening. I think, or at least the trailer. I think the trailer really does it justice. It's like it looks really good from the trailer. Just, it's not for little. I wouldn't say it's for little kids. I mean that's up to you if you guys want to have little kids watch it. And it's definitely someone you want to be careful who you're watching around, because like I said, the violence and some of the sexuality and the nudity. It's like that. I can't remember how much nudity there was, but I do know there was some, I think. Yeah, that's pretty much what I got for this one. I know I couldn't really explain too much about the show because like I said, everything is kind of it's segmented. Like you have this set, that set, and then the final set. No, it's that set, and then that set when he's older, and then son when he's young, and then son when he's older. Yeah, there we go. So it's like 4 segments in all, which span 65 years. But anyway. So, yeah, I think that's it. I think I rate this. I mean, if you guys are like, for people who are like definitely fans of like, I don't know who would be actually what I don't really know what you would be a fan of to like actually find this like really good. I mean, for me, it was good. I'd probably watch it again sometime. It's a little fucked up at times, but it's definitely an interesting like action like for the genres they have, yeah, action, sci-fi, horror, supernatural, and shoujo ai. So it's got a good lineup of genre there. It's a little bit. It's like I said, she's a private detective, so they do a bit of mystery solving. It's all around. It's a good round. It's a well-rounded show. Just be careful where you're watching it. Like, don't watch it in public places. I wouldn't say, because some parts, if I remember correctly, would be interesting. Anyway, like it doesn't go no like there's no like actual like sex scenes or anything like that. It doesn't go that route. But like I said, sexually pleasurable to be eaten. I cannot stress that enough. That's probably, like I said, probably symbolism, but at the same time, like, wow, la 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 la. Anyway, so yeah, that should be the end of Daughters on the Mnemosyne, blah blah blah. I don't know how. I still know how to pronounce that. Yeah, I am so far behind. Oh good God, that best. Yeah, I think that shall be one. I'll try to do another one tomorrow. I'll just do one for now. The next one shall be over Valkyrie Drive Mermaid. So yeah, the name sounds interesting. Anyway, so until next time, I shall catch all you guys later. Bye.